Hello, it's Johnny Boy, releasing version 1.3 of the SOG AI mod, and I'm going to show a couple of new features.
Form file.
So I spawn a team as usual, and Velvet Mark over on Steam wanted to be able to modify the loadout of his team so he could have more stealthy weapons. So this is how you do it. You look at a unit, and you pick Change Unit's Loadout. And now, this is basically an ammo box that's hidden next to him that you can use to change his loadout, so it's like any other ammo box. You pick your weapon, and we'll give him a suppressed M45. Now, we want to remove his old magazines, so that he's not carrying stuff he doesn't need. And we hit exit. Normally with an ammo box, you only get 3 or 4 mags when you pick up the weapon, when you choose the weapon, so you would have to scroll through here and find all the magazines to add a lot more magazines, because we carry a lot of magazines in these missions. So, I mean, I simplified that, so when you exit this, it's going to give him an extra 10 or 15 magazines. So we should see him have a M45 now, and he does. He's got a M45. I'll copy that to me, and I've got the same loadout as him, and you can see I've got 19 extra magazines. So that's how you do that. You can go around and give each one of these guys a suppressed weapon, or whatever weapons you want. Maybe you want to go heavy and you want your guys to be carrying rockets. So I'll change this guy's loadout and give him an RPG, and I could give him anything we wanted, really. We got these cool throwable satchels, any of these traps. So that's that. And the player has the same option. So I'm going to change player loadout and give myself an RPG. And I'll be a wacky dude and carry an axe. So that's how you change loadout for your team. These options for changing player loadout or changing units loadout, they'll go away, and copy units loadout. They go away after about 5 minutes, because they're really just for the initial mission where you're choosing your team's loadout, so you can't use them to cheat later. Now, the other option, which was requested by DrDetroit, is that when you're in a base, like say you're in one of Fubar's awesome missions, and you're walking around the base, or maybe some mission that requires you to enter a village where there's no combat going on. In SOG AI, if you tell these guys to go anywhere, they're always in combat mode. Up. And you tell them to stop, and they all go prone. And that's funny behavior when you're in a place where you shouldn't be in combat. So you have the option to disable SOG AI now. So now, if I try to use the command menu, I get a message that says menu disabled, which we can re-enable with another action. But now they will only obey vanilla commands.
At ease!
So now, they'll follow you around. You can use any vanilla commands to tell these guys to do stuff, and not have SOG AI combat behavior engaged. But once you want to go back into SOG AI, you choose the Enable SOG AI.
Like to be given as much as $25,000.
Rally up!
And once again, they're using SOG AI, and I'm commanding my team.
If your suggestion will improve the present method, you can win anywhere from $15 to $25,000. Don't sit on your ideas. Sell them to your service suggestion program.
So, those are the 2 main features. Also, we're not going to see it here, but for some missions where AI team doesn't join till later, like HeadUp's awesome Romp in the Swamp mission, SOG AI will wait until in the progress of that mission, you go up to your AI team that joins you. And so once the team joins, SOG AI is then initialized, so you can now use SOG AI for Romp in the Swamp, for example. Also, if if you have AI that starts the mission with you, like these guys would, but later you have AI that joins you, like in Bardosy's search and rescue mission, you rescue some captured pilots, and they join your team mid-mission or late in the mission. Well, now those units that join your team, SOG AI will work for them as well. So that's all good. And in a separate video, I will show you how you can now use SOG AI for BI campaign missions and all the escape and combat patrol missions. So that's it for version 1.3. The East Wind campaign can now be played using SOG AI.
Standing by!
This is the bingo fuel mission. It only applies to those missions where the player leads an AI team. So, like the first third of or half of the campaign, you play, you know, solo or in a squad where you're not the leader. So it only applies to the leader. But
advance southeast 100 meters. Move up.
But you can use it for all the ones that you lead teams.
Contact. Soldier, 75 meters. Left flank. Target is down.
Move up.
Standing by.
Move up.
Ready.
Move up. Rally up.
SOG AI has been modified to be compatible with all the combat patrol and escape missions. There's escape Altis. So on all the different islands, Altis, Livonia, Malden, Stratis, Tanoa. So you'll see the escape and combat patrol missions you can use with SOG AI. Now particularly like Malden, escape, because that's CSAT, and when you're commanding using SOG AI, it'll use the Persian language. And Livonia combat patrol is cool because you're playing with the Russian units, and SOG AI is commanding using the Russian language. On Cam Lao Nam, the in-game missions also work with SOG AI, and in the in-game missions you can actually choose your team from all the different Prarie Fire provided factions. So you can play as Aussies, New Zealanders, Koreans, Spike teams, LERPs, US Army grunts, ARVNs, etc. So there's a lot more we can do now with SOG AI. Here we're using SOG AI and the Livonia Combat Patrol. All the voices will be in Russian for all the commands.
Собирайтесь. Вперед! Юго-запад, 100 метров, двигайся, командир. Двигайся вперед. Шире. Двигайся вперед.
Bounding command in line formation.
Двигайся, командир. Двигайся вперед.
So in Russian they're saying Team Green move up, Team Red move up.
Ожидаю указать.
Стой.
Is that for Livonia?
You're safe.
This is Escape from Malden using SOG AI. Team is commanded in Persian language, so all the SOG commands will be in Persian language.
Пора. Бейс. Пора. شلیک نکنید. ساکت.
This one's actually really fun. You can haul ass in the vehicles and get into some big fights. A lot of open areas. So it works pretty well with SOG AI.
مسلسلچی 100 متر.
This is Escape from Tanoa using SOG AI. Combat Patrol works good on Tanoa also. So
800 meters, northwest.
I've got a visual. Fast mover. 1 click. Bearing 330.
Fast mover, 1.5 clicks, north.
Rally up. Hold fire. Silence. Stop.
Okay, this is Savage Game Design's in-game jungle, and you can spawn your team. Look at some Kiwis. Got a Kiwi team, and I can play in-game. You can also change unit loadouts. Let's do the B40. Change the player loadout. I've got the key in. Let's go.
Rally up.
So we're playing in-game jungle. SOG AI, the Kiwi team.
Move up. Move up. Rally up. Full line. Advance west. 100 meters. Move up. Move up.
This game has the best soundtrack, let's face it.
Help that soldier. Danger! All right, give me a seat. And let's get out of here.
That's enough of that.